That are prescribing exclusively Ipamorelin. Is that even an effective approach? And whoever wants to grab that, please do.
Well, I'm going to argue that I do sometimes do that, Carl. Mm-hmm. So in general, we do like to use a growth hormone releasing hormone like CJC with a growth hormone releasing peptide. You're going to get maximum efficacy. But there are groups of people where actually it's safer to just use Ipamorelin. For instance, we know that that's actually probably a safer approach for like a cancer patient, for instance, just use Ipamorelin. So just using the growth hormone releasing peptide and not using both. So there are times, and I have patients too who don't seem to tolerate the CJC as well. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more immune activating. And so lots of times I will actually just use Ipamorelin in groups of people. I think if you're healthy and well, and then CJC and Ipa are certainly your best bet. But some of your people it's going to be too much. I agree with what Suzanne said, that lots of times just starting with a thymic peptide first and getting them immune stabilized. But then sometimes I will just go to Ipamorelin for a little while until I get their immune system a little bit better, and then add the CJC and Ipamorelin. So you're right that the two have a significantly better effect synergistically, but Ipamorelin alone has benefits, and in some people it is just better tolerated. How about you guys?
Well, and don't forget about how each of those, the ghrelin agonist as well as the GHRH has its own actions outside of its ability to raise growth hormone. So there's other reasons why we give it. It has actions on the liver, actions on the heart. We believe there's actions on the heart specifically for GHRH that have nothing to do with its raising IGF-1. So that's pretty interesting, I think, that they have their own actions alone. So there are reasons to use both, but I'm going to use Ipamorelin, just like Betsy said, that same kind of patient, but I'm also going to use it in my primarily intestine function patients, because this is really nice. If you're having patients who have some sort of slowed gastric motility, you're going to get a really nice benefit in treating that slowed intestinal motility, in addition to all the things it does by raising growth hormone and by raising the IGF-1.
Yeah, it's a pro-gastric kinetic, I think they call it. It's actually very effective. I talked about it last year, and there was a guy who listens to my show. I can't, Joe, it'll come to me. But anyway, and he emailed me, and his problem was he would eat a meal and literally an hour and a half later vomit it back up. And I said, it can't even be in your stomach anymore. So I had him take 200 micrograms of GHRP6 about 20 minutes before every meal. And he stopped vomiting after the meal. It just moved right through him. So yeah, it's a fantastic gastric prokinetic, and it doesn't have any of the negative effects from the drug base, which can actually mess up your heart, vagus nerve, and everything else. So you're right. It's fantastic stuff.